I definitely protected him, and I still will, in the eyes of my kids.
Did Kanye West really get married just to spite Kim Kardashian?
You know, it's hard. Shit is like co-parenting. It's really fucking hard.
The internet hasn't been the same since we found out that Kanye West secretly got married, because everyone's been dying to know what he was thinking. It gets even more bizarre when we realize that there are just a lot of things that don't add up about this new marriage. So why did Kanye get married in such a rush? And what do the Kardashians think about his new marriage? 3, 2, 1, surprise! Kanye West recently pulled the shocker of the year when he secretly got married to a mystery woman that we hadn't even seen him with before. We all know that Kanye's not exactly had a great time in the past couple of months, because he got canceled by pretty much everyone in Hollywood as a result of his anti-Semitic statements.
The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me.
In addition to making the Jewish community mad, he also managed to annoy the black community as well after making a pretty ignorant statement about the George Floyd situation.
They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that.
He lost almost everything, including his billionaire status. He lost all his sponsorship deals and was dropped by almost every brand that he was affiliated with. Oh, and let's not even get into that messy paparazzi interview where he claimed that his mother was sacrificed for his success.
My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, things weren't going so well for him, and he soon decided to keep a low profile. In fact, he went so low-key that people didn't even hear from him for several weeks. This immediately caused a lot of people to grow concerned for his safety because even though he had made some nasty statements, he was still loved by a lot of people. There were concerns for his safety, and people started speculating that he could have been badly hurt. The concerns grew even more intense when a video that he made before going missing started going viral. In the video, he claimed that he was about to go to war with some unnamed people.
I'm going to war. You know, I don't have endless resources. I only have like maybe, honestly, only maybe $120 million in my account.
This caused people to get even more scared, and there were so many comments on social media with people saying things like, Kanye West has gone missing? I just hope he's okay and in a safe space. So it has been confirmed that Kanye West suffering from temporary psychosis and bipolar episode. Has anyone reported him missing or vigilantly looking to be sure he's safe? And if Kanye West is missing and is found dead or never found at all, you know the elite hushed him up. Humanity needs to be freed. But it turns out that while everybody was freaking out about where Kanye could possibly be and if he was safe, he was busy living it up with his new woman. In fact, not only did he have a new woman, but he also ended up secretly getting married to her. While he's not made any announcements about his marriage, he was spotted out with his new wife, whose name is Bianca Censori, and he was wearing what looks like a wedding ring on his left ring finger. Not only that, but he's also been playing the perfect husband by taking her on fancy dates to places like the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills, where they were spotted looking very cozy. While he appears to be taking his new marriage seriously, sources have revealed that he's not made things legal just yet. He hasn't filed to make the marriage official in the eyes of the law, and so there's no marriage certificate or anything binding them together legally. But other sources revealed that just because Kanye hasn't filed documents to make the marriage legal doesn't mean that he isn't taking things seriously. He and Bianca had some sort of ceremony where they made things official. So while they're not legally married, they still consider themselves married and are taking their vows seriously. When the internet found out that Kanye had secretly gotten married, everyone lost their minds because of how random the marriage was. We all know how wild and impulsive Kanye can be, but this has to be one of the wildest things that he's ever done, which is saying a lot because Kanye's done and said a lot of wild things. Someone commented, Kanye West went missing for over 3 weeks, then he comes back married. Yeezy architect, Censori. He's a legend or just a clone. Another person commented, Kanye West going quiet and then randomly showing up married is exactly what I mean when I say, if I take a step back, it's because I'm about to shoot 10 feet forward. And this other person tweeted, so Kanye goes missing for 2 weeks and then randomly gets married. That man is wild. It's been a few days since then, and it's starting to look like there's more to this new marriage than we might know, because it's just so mysterious. But who is Kanye's wife? And more importantly, how does Kim feel about this new development? And the drama begins. It didn't take long after we found out about Bianca for people to dig up information about her. It turns out that she and Kanye first met when she was working for him at Yeezy as an architectural designer. It's still unclear why Yeezy would need an in-house architectural designer because Yeezy's not in that line of business. But she started at Yeezy in 2020, which means that she likely knew Kanye for about 2 years before they got married. It kind of makes people a little relieved to know that Kanye didn't marry a random stranger because that's just the type of thing that Kanye would do. Also, it turned out that Kanye had given us a hint about Bianca before he disappeared, but nobody really got the subliminal message that he was trying to pass. Before he disappeared, he released a track titled Sensory Overload, and we now know that the song's about her. Even more interesting, a line from the song says, "And the Bible said, I can't have any more sex till marriage." Kanye has gotten more and more religious in the past couple of years, and people have taken this line as a sign that Kanye likely married Bianca because he wanted to do the nasty with her, but wanted to be married first because that's what the Bible says. This explains why he hasn't married her legally yet, but instead performed a religious ceremony. Now, when the news of his marriage first broke, people immediately started wondering how Kim Kardashian was going to take it. We all know how badly Kanye treated her when she was dating Pete Davidson because he and harassed her and Pete online for months. He made it clear that he wanted her back, and for Valentine's Day in 2022, he sent her an entire truck filled with roses. He even made a public plea for her to come running back to him. He had an issue with Kim dating other people, even though he himself had a string of girlfriends after he and Kim broke up. He then decided to attack her parenting skills, which led to Kim finally addressing him on social media, saying, "Kanye's constant attacks on me in interviews and on social media is actually more hurtful than any TikTok North might create. As the parent who is the main provider and caregiver for our children, I am doing my best to protect our daughter while also allowing her to express her creativity in the medium that she wishes, with adult supervision, because it brings her happiness. Divorce is hard enough on our children, and Kanye's obsession with trying to control and manipulate our situation so negatively and publicly is only causing further pain for all. I wish to handle all matters regarding our children's privacy, and hopefully he can finally respond to the third attorney he has had in the last year to resolve any issues amicably." So the fact that he randomly decided to get married without even telling Kim just makes it even worse. Someone tweeted, "Kanye West getting married is pure comedy because you know Kim just finding out along with the rest of us." And this turned out to be true because a few minutes after news of Kanye's wedding went viral, Kim took to her Instagram stories to throw shade at him. She posted a series of quotes saying, "I'm really in my quiet girl era. I don't have much to say, just much to do. Just remember, the black sheep usually turns into the goat. Keep doing you. And people who want to see you win will help you win. Remember that." It was clear that she was hurt by the news, and she wasn't even trying to hide it. Honestly, though, who can blame her for being hurt with how hard Kanye came at her on social media? Besides, it was only a few days before the news broke that she cried when talking about how Kanye wasn't a present dad to their kids.
You know, it's hard. Shit is like co-parenting. It's really fucking hard. But I had the best dad, and I had the best memories and the greatest experience. And that's all I want for my kids. As long as they can have that, that's what I would want for them.
Insiders have revealed just how much this new marriage has left Kim concerned. Kanye has not replied to her requests for them to have a sit down and talk about what his new marriage means for her and their kids. It makes sense that she wants to talk about it because if he files to make the marriage legal, then Bianca is legally going to become the stepmother to their 4 kids. The insider also revealed that Kim has been struggling with the thought of her kids having a stepmother, especially because she and Kanye have joint custody over the kids, and he has the right to want them over at his house half of the time. She's been struggling with this because she doesn't like Bianca. A source spoke to Page 6 saying, "Kim hates her. Kim has a bad opinion of her. This woman has done stuff to make herself look like Kim. It's already a nightmare co-parenting with him. This is just another wrench." Kim isn't the only one worried about this new marriage because the rest of the Kardashians are also apprehensive and are waiting for Kanye to make his next move. A source said, "The family isn't taking this as a marriage yet. They don't know what it is. They aren't sure if it is a PR stunt. They are waiting to see if he files for papers. They are nervous because if it's real, she would be in the children's life. But Kanye, being Kanye, isn't letting the Kardashians get to him because he's continued to live it up with Bianca. He recently treated her to a lavish shopping spree at a Balenciaga store, which drew a lot of criticism because of the recent Balenciaga scandal. But again, Kanye didn't let the criticism get to him. Also, it looks like Kim's fears are already starting to manifest because it was reported that Kanye recently took North out to dinner to meet Bianca for the first time. Saint, Chicago, and Psalm weren't at the dinner, so it's still unclear whether or not they've met Bianca. People left comments saying Kim Kardashian got so much crap for having a boyfriend after her divorce, and Kanye West is married to another woman. The men who hated on Kim and called her names didn't say ish about Kanye. It is infuriating that Kanye harassed Kim and Pete for the entirety of their relationship and said Pete would never meet his kids. But Kanye married some chick literally last week out of the blue, and he's taking her and his children out to dinner together now. And Kanye married, and Kim hates it bad. Congrats, Ye. But how long is this marriage going to last? And are we going to see some of the drama on the Kardashian show? We'll have to wait and see how this all plays out. But in the meantime, you should totally check out this next video.